I've been looking forward to this. Let's go! I hope you guys are hyped for Bad Batch Episode 3. Welcome in to Vader's Lair, and welcome back to another Bad Batch preview and watch party. I hope you guys are ready. Let's get into it, and let's do it. Welcome back into the lair, one and all. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday night or Friday. You can tell that Sheiv's brain's a little scrambled right now. There's a lot going on with prep and just getting hyped for the episode, so I apologize to you guys. Your boy is not in the best mental state at the moment, but we got an hour to preview the episode, a little over an hour to preview the episode tonight. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about with the Bad Batch because those first 3 episodes were a absolute banger. Hella banger to start the season. I'm super excited from where it kind of left off. There's 3 things mainly that I absolutely loved in those first 3 episodes. And right off the top of the bat, the Bad Batcher, if you guys were here for the last stream, the Bad Batcher was an absolute star of the show in the first 3 episodes. I loved Batcher. That little dude was an absolute beast. Commander Cody, welcome to the channel and thank you for subscribing. The Bad Batcher was an absolute animal, though. I love that dude. I love that he helped him escape. Dope addition to the show. Another thing that I noted from the last episode, or from those first 3 episodes, was something that Keith Kellogg, one of the directors of the animation studios and just of Lucasfilm Animation, he kind of put out there that one of his favorite parts of those first 3 episodes was when Omega kind of looks back at one point, or like there's a reaction to hearing the name Omega from Crosshair, and it's the first time at any point in the first 3 seasons that Crosshair actually calls her by her name. And I just, thinking back to that moment in the episode, is like, damn, that's pretty dope. It really shows how far those 2 characters have come. Thinking back to the finale of season 1, Omega is the one that ended up saving Crosshair when Kamino was getting absolutely ramparted. So, I mean, it's cool to see how the 2 of them have saved each other time and time again. And Crosshair felt like back in season 1 that the Bad Batch never really gave him a chance at certain points, or like they chose to leave the Empire, and he never really had a chance to go with them in a sense, although there were times they definitely sort of gave him a chance. But to Crosshair, he never really got a chance no matter where he was. And Omega is a character that's repeatedly given him chance after chance, and last episode gave him every chance to escape with her, and he did. So I'm super excited to see where the story goes for Crosshair and Omega in particular. We'll see if we end up spending any time with them in tonight's episode. It might be kind of a flip-floppy where we're going back and forth between Omega and Crosshair to start the season, and the other 2 Batchers, I guess you could say, Hunter and Wrecker as well. I think we might check in on them. There's that one episode in the trailer that looks like it's kind of on a snowy episode. From some of the previews and different things that they put out there on Twitter, that might be what we're getting tonight. Let me fix this episode title up here. And good to see you all in the chat, by the way. What's your guys' hype for tonight's episode on a scale of 1 to 10? Do you have anything that you think might happen and throughout the rest of the season or in tonight's episode? Let me know down in the chat below. Don Clotterman, it's good to see you. Oh yeah, we lit. You already know. You already know, Don. Good to see you in the chat. Much love. Star Wars MCU OG, good to see you, my dude. Lobo, good to see you, my dude, as well. T-Man, I already quoted it at the beginning, but I've been looking forward to this. Oh, yes. All of us Bad Batch fans have definitely been looking forward to this as well. Rello, good to see you too, my dude. Leia Rose, welcome in. Brandon Alvarado, hello to you, my friend. Saber Smith says Crosshair and Omega executing Plan 72 flawlessly. So good. Oh, you already know, my dude. I love seeing the 2 of them kick butt, escaping from the Empire. And now the Empire's got a little bit of a problem because, Hemlock is definitely after them dudes, and while he does have every bit of the Empire at his disposal thanks to Palpy, I think Palpy might not be too happy with what happened if he actually finds out what did. You know what I mean? Oh, Dawn, that hour flew by super fast. You already know what it means. You already know what it means, T-Man. It means we lit. It means we ready for this episode. It means we hyped. How are you and my Anakin? You already know, my friend. It is because I am the master. Good to see you in the chat, Anakin Skywalker. Lobo, the arm is arming. It is definitely not too fun at the moment. It's healing each and every day, but there's a lot going on in there. To give y'all a description of the armory that is going on here, your boy has like basically a robotic hand now. It looks like Anakin and Luke Skywalker's hand, and the healing process for that is not a very fun one in real life. In Star Wars, they just like, prong a few little things on the wrist, and it's like, good to go, Luke. No, it's more like Anakin. Enter bounty hunter stage left. Oh, you already know. That's been one of the coolest things that I noticed with this last episode is, like I was talking about, Hemlock has every bit of the Empire at his disposal, but they might have trouble getting Omega and Crosshair back, or even if they even want Crosshair, but Omega in particular, they might have some trouble getting Omega back, and who knows who they're gonna send necessarily right off the bat, but I definitely could see Nalase or somebody bringing up the bounty hunters and just them hiring bounty hunters. Maybe Hemlock even hires bounty hunters so that Palpatine doesn't find out he lost such a valuable asset, a Force-sensitive clone. How cool was that, by the way, at the end of this last episode? Just kind of finding out and confirming for ourselves that Omega either is Force-sensitive or has the capacity to kind of, I guess, blend or mix with Force-sensitive blood. I'm thinking she is Force-sensitive, but let me know what you guys think down in the chat. Greetings to you, Captain Rex. Welcome in, one of my absolute favorite clones. I would love to see you in tonight's episode, my friend. If you know something that we don't, throw it in the chat. Nathaniel Williams, welcome in, my dude. He says, how's it going? I'm interested in Crosshair, and I think the assassin with the black armor is Tech. It could be a stretch, but we shall see. I'm liking where your head's at, my dude. A lot of people have been speculating that since the beginning. I think at one point I thought it maybe wasn't because I thought that Tech had the robotic arm, and I got it mixed up with Echo, which is hilarious because Echo's my favorite member of the Bad Batch. But yeah, no, I definitely think that black assassin clone or commando or whatever you want to call him for the Empire, I think that definitely could be Tech, or like a zombie Tech. You know what I mean? And that would be devastating. Nathaniel also says in the chat, thoughts on them going towards the sequels, or do you think it's something else and young Palps perhaps? I broke my arm in middle school, and it's the only bone I've broken. Definitely like Anakin and Luke's. It's not fun. Hopefully a speedy recovery. Taking a shower / bath was the hardest. Make sure the cast stays bagged and dry. For sure, my dude. You already know I've been dealing with a couple different casts over the last couple weeks, and I've actually broken the smallest bone in this wrist before. So it's just, I've been through it, but now it's definitely more painful. And a little bit more like the robotic arms in Star Wars. It's fitting, though. It's fitting. Sheiv is right at home. But yeah, no worries with the showers. Doing my best to keep it, keep it dry. All right, y'all. Let's continue talking about this episode because the tone of the first 3 episodes I was expecting to be real depressing, especially the way that we ended off with Tech dying at the end of season 2. It was like, geez, man, we're gonna enter into this season with like little to no hope. But of course, Omega comes in with like, she's still like definitely a little hopeless at times throughout the first 3 episodes, but like in episodes 1 and 3, she's still got that vibe of like, I'm gonna get out of here. There's nothing that can stop me. You know what I mean? And she does eventually. Here we go again. Once more with Vader's lair himself. Well, let's go, Suru. Let's go, my friend. Good to see you in the chat. But Omega kept that kind of hopeful vibe up until they escaped, and it kind of felt like almost a more upbeat first 3 episodes than I was even expecting. And even then, it was still very, very depressing. I think tonight's going to continue that like sort of depressing vibe, unfortunately. I definitely think that there could be a reunion in this episode with Crosshair and Omega finding their way back to Wrecker and Hunter. And hopefully even, Echo and Rex in this episode would be really cool. Now that I'm thinking about it too, if this is the snow episode that I'm thinking it might be, like with the crawler or whatever you want to call it, the AT-AT, well, I don't even know. It wasn't an AT-AT. I'm terrible with the Star Wars machine names. I'm so sorry. Whatever the roller thingies are. Anyway, if this is the snow episode that was in that trailer where like Wrecker's jumping and like they totally kind of tease the tech death all over again, I'm a little bit scared for our boys. I feel like someone might die. Probably not. I mean, we're only 4 episodes into the season. But I'm scared for my boy Echo, and I have been since before any of this aired. My boy Echo is in like one clip in the entire trailer, and it's like, where's Echo? He's my favorite of the Bad Batch. What is going on here? I'm terrified that we're gonna lose him. Let me pull up this little clip here, or this, I guess, picture from the X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it from the Kiner brothers, because oh man, I'm a little worried, y'all. I'm just a little bit worried that somebody might die this episode, or something bad is gonna happen. Like I don't even know how much Omega we're really gonna get in this episode, but here's what the Kiner brothers, or I should say the Kiners, said on Twitter. This poor kid has no idea the harsh reality that's coming. All of us entering adulthood. No, I'm just playing. But for real though, this poor kid Omega is about to has been getting draw fours handed to her left and right, and they got the little redacted there, keeping the tradition going with their little their little teases before each episode. But oh man, if Omega's got all these draw fours ready for her, I don't know what's coming. I am so scared. I don't know about you guys. This whole season has been like, it's only 4 episodes in, but God, has it been nerving. It's been nerving. It's like, I'm so scared for what's going to happen to the clones and what's going to happen to our favorite little batch here. Obviously, we know Rex is going to survive. Wolf eventually is going to get rescued from the Empire and maybe get his chip removed. But like the rest of the clones outside of them and Gregor, who knows, man? Like, this is a scary time for them. A very, very scary time. NFA Kool-Aid, I think, says, do you think Vader will appear in this season? Yes. Personally, I do. So I've had this theory since back in season 1 that if anybody's going to kill the Bad Batch, it's probably going to be Darth Vader. And like, obviously all the stormtroopers, like, they're the amount of them is very overwhelming. But if there's any character that's going to have to send out my boys and do it in such a gruesome and terrifying way, and would be one of the coolest things that we've probably ever seen in Star Wars, and one of the most heartbreaking after the way that Clone Wars finished. Well, think about this. Clone Wars finished with a final scene of Darth Vader in this very animation. And usually when they make a, I guess you could say a character animation, or like a skin, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what they're called right now. My arm is definitely tripping out. Usually when they create one of those character models, though, they don't use them just once. And that Vader character model was used so sparingly. It's like they almost made it for sure for Bad Batch at some point again, right? Because like, even think back to that same season, in season 7, they created one little character model of Depa Billaba and our boy Kanan Jarrus, who at the time was Caleb Doom. And what did they do? They brought it back for the beginning of the Bad Batch. Ventress is getting a little character model at the end of the season that goes along with her Dark Disciple model. And I feel like they're not going to use that as a one-time thing either. I kind of got this feeling that they're probably going to end up doing a Tales of the Jedi with Ventress. But I say all this to basically say I don't think they're just using that Vader model for the final episode of Clone Wars to just show him for a brief little bit. No, I think they had some bigger plans, and if we saw him this season, it would be bonkers. It would be insane. Let's see what else y'all are saying in the chat. My boy Darth Lance, it's good to see you, my dude. I hope you're doing well. I can't wait till the new episode drops either, my dude. We got just under an hour now. Your boy's going to be doing his best. I might need a water break at some point. What time does the new episode start? In 57 minutes. 57 minutes, my man. Droidicas. I think that is what they are. The Droidicas? Oh, no. Suru says possible theory, Omega's blood. Omega herself may not be force sensitive, but her blood is uniquely stable. That would be interesting to hold and retain force sensitivity injected in it. That would make a lot of sense too, and be part of what is so unique about her in a sense. But I do think she is compatible whether she is force sensitive or not. And it brings up another question that I had from this past episode, or from this past 3 episodes, I guess. Did you guys notice the little drops of blood that they were adding into the vials? Like, as it was spinning down, it would drop like a little bit of blood into each vial before it like checked it. Do you think that was Jedi blood or force sensitive blood, or what were they doing with that? Let me know what you guys think down in the chat, because I do have a little theory. I think it could be force sensitive blood from either children or other Jedi, or maybe some of the people that were kidnapped, like we saw in Obi-Wan Kenobi when they were in the like amber. Maybe some of that was used in the cloning facilities or processes to kind of figure out what clones could potentially be compatible with force sensitive blood. And that could be, something that ties into Obi-Wan Kenobi. And earlier there was a question, do we think that this is going into the sequels? 100%. 100%. Everything's been going towards the sequels since Mandalorian Season 1. Season 2 only doubled down when we saw some of the Plagueis Snoke tanks, or whatever you want to call them, the Snoke tanks. And I think, since Mount Tantus came into the Bad Batch, all of this has 100% been going towards the sequels, and I'm excited to see how all of it kind of blends together at the end of this season and this show. And who is the donor, says Dawn. Oh, man. Well, if it's not the other force sensitives, I like your green little hearts there. I like that a lot. I had a theory a while ago that Grogu could be on Mount Tantus at this time period. Probably a little less likely with Kelleran Beck rescuing him. But there's a possibility that Grogu was kidnapped by the Empire at some point during this time period. We are a couple years out from Order 66 at this point. It's definitely possible that Grogu could be on Mount Tantus, and his blood could even be some of the blood that they're kind of testing alongside the clones to see like who's compatible with force sensitive cloning. Palpatine wouldn't want a Yoda body to go into necessarily, I don't think. He wants it blended, with a human. Don says 25, 28 minutes. I'm thinking probably around there. I think most of these episodes are probably going to be 25 plus. But that is the best runtime that I could give for you, Lobo and Don. Hello there, Baby Yoda. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, my goodness. Shh. Chillax. No, we got a little batcher in here going crazy. To clone Palp be compatible with the Force essence of Jedi. Chill, Badger. Chill. Hey. Chill. It's okay. You're all right. The Bad Batch has got you. Okay, we're good. NFA Kool-Aid says, do you think that Starkiller will come into canon again and have his own show or animated show like the Clone Wars, but during the Age of the Empire with all the cloning being shown? I would love... First of all, I'm a huge fan of Starkiller. I'm a huge fan of that whole storyline, the Force Unleashed games, and Sam Witwer. It would be amazing. Sam Witwer's already been all over Star Wars since then. And yeah, dude, I'm totally for him coming back at Star Wars Celebration back in 2021, I think, in Anaheim. I had the chance to actually go get a signing from Sam Witwer and go talk to him for a little bit. And one of the few questions I asked him was, "Do you think that Starkiller could ever come into canon?" And he said yes. And it was just, it's something that ever since then they teased it in, Andor. They got his armor in there, or the ancient Mandalorian armor that looks like the Starkiller armor and everything. I 100% think that they could bring Starkiller in again. And would he get his own show? Probably not, but he's so deserving of it, dude. It would be so cool to see kind of a canon version of that. I would love it. Have it be like a secret, instead of a secret apprentice to Darth Vader, which you still could do the secret apprentice and have it kind of parallel Ahsoka. But you could definitely do a secret inquisitor of Vader, and that would be dope. Yeah, Batcher is going crazy tonight. I don't know Kelsey, it's okay. It's all right. The Bad Batch just got you. I told you. Nathaniel Williams says in the chat, Clone Rebellion for season finale would be sick, but they probably be taken out by Vader. Sad but cool. 100%, dude. That's something that I theorized back in season 1. I'm like, if this is a 1-season show, they're gonna have Vader show up and just be like, what? At the time, I didn't know that they were gonna go the Mount Tantus route and destroy Kamino. So that makes it even more interesting as to how the whole Clone Rebellion could potentially happen. And the Zillo Beast is somewhere in the vault. She's coming. She's coming. And in the show and in my room. Oh no. Hi, little Zillo. Nathaniel Williams says, do you think that Palps was looking at a younger Palps hoping Starkiller clone? That would be interesting, but it definitely could be a less powerful Starkiller because he is so powerful. That would be wild. If they had some like early, who I was thinking that Palps was looking at was potentially Rey's dad. I know that the people that don't like the sequels will be all upset, but like, it's definitely going towards all of that. And we know that Rey's dad was a clone of him at one point that wasn't Force sensitive. And they haven't had Force sensitive blood yet. Omega's potentially would be the first that was like compatible, right? So what if the clone that Palpatine was looking at was the one that would eventually become Rey's Poppy? And I kind of like that idea. Santa had an equation on his Discord regarding the plus minus of midichlorians. Interesting. I gotta check that equation out. Speaking of which, I think there's a link to our Discord down below in the description if you guys are interested in joining a really cool Discord with a lot of other Star Wars fans and getting notified every time that we go live or post something on Twitter or whatever the case might be. Nathaniel in the chat says, do you think Palps was... sorry, I read that one. I don't like the sequels, but if it does something interesting and different, I would be cool with that and going into another universe with Thrawn and make it cool. Well, that's the cool thing about like what they did with Ahsoka, right? Ahsoka really set up two insane stories. One of them is one of the coolest EU legend stories that we've ever had, and that is the Heir to the Empire trilogy. And it was set up almost perfectly, but almost cooler in the main galaxy, with Thrawn heading back to the main galaxy. And I don't think Thrawn is going to be fighting and doing stuff in another universe. No, I think it's going to happen in our universe, and Ahsoka and Sabine's fight and kind of what's going on with not necessarily the world between worlds, but with the Mortis gods. I think that's going to be going on in the other universe. So we're going to have two kind of universal storylines, or two giant things going on in two different universes in Star Wars, and that is exciting. Suru in the chat says, now that the Bad Batch is ending, do you think that any of the stories generated in Visions could be developed as a replacement? And not necessarily a replacement, and I get what you're saying though, as like a replacement for animations in Star Wars, or like the next series, I guess. I don't necessarily think so. I think that they can definitely do some more fun stuff with Visions and do another season that a lot of fans would definitely enjoy, myself included. But I think there's more that they can tell in the animated medium, and there's more stories that they might continue to tell. Who knows what capacity or what those stories will look like. But I don't necessarily think it's going to be Visions. I think it'll be canon stories, maybe High Republic stuff. I kind of doubt it, but it'll be interesting. A lot of that stuff is either Clone Wars or like Imperial centric, or like during those time periods. So maybe they'll start to stretch out a little bit. Resistance, of course, was during the sequel era, so we'll have to see, right? But I do think that there's more stories to be told in this animated medium for sure. MCO. Okay. I'm gonna have to copy and paste that, Don, because already my brain. Yeah, I hate math too. I can't. Oh no. Your boy is not gonna be able to do that. I wonder how they will do with Rey for the recast. I wonder what they'll do for season 2 or Mando movie, bringing it all together. Me too. I definitely am interested to see what's going on with that Mandalorian movie, and I think that could be perfect for the Heir to the Empire kind of start, or maybe medium or end even. We'll have to see. Something that I remember reading a little bit ago was that the Bad Batch is sort of like an end to the George Lucas era or legacy of Star Wars. And at first I was kind of like, what do you mean? Like, well, all of Star Wars is George Lucas's legacy, and like, I started to think about it more, and like, it sort of is. Like, look at all this new stuff that's coming out for Star Wars, right? Like, think about it. Everything that we've had that George Lucas kind of had his handprints on or touched at one point, it's kind of ending with the Bad Batch in a sense. Like, the Bad Batch is a culmination of stories that blend together through the Clone Wars back with George Lucas, Rebels, which was obviously a Dave Filoni project, but still kind of touched off of Clone Wars, and of course was part of the legacy of Lucas. But Bad Batch is really ending that era, right? It's ending all of the stuff that George Lucas had previously worked on, and in a sense, with this final season, it is kind of the culmination of George's legacy of Star Wars, and it's kind of the entrance into a new period of Dave Filoni Star Wars, which hell, I'm a big fan of that too. I love Dave Filoni, and I think he has taken a lot of what George has done with Star Wars and continued that legacy in his own right. And I'm excited to see the next era, even past this, and what Dave Filoni, and even with notes from George, so George is still kind of touching on it. Like I said, all of Star Wars is really George Lucas's legacy. But it'll be interesting to see kind of the stories that come from here. The next stuff that's coming out has kind of nothing to do with stuff that George did. The Acolyte, that's George's Star Wars almost. You think about the High Republic stuff. The High Republic stuff is stuff that George never really envisioned. Which of course Acolyte is at the end of the High Republic, right? And then you get Skeleton Crew, which of course that was never really George's vision either. That's more from Dave Filoni. You have the Mandalorian stuff that's going on. Even with Ahsoka's more Dave Filoni's character at this point than George Lucas's, really. And the story that he's going with, like, it does continue a story from George Lucas, which would be the Mortis arc and everything. But in a sense, the Bad Batch is really the last bit of George's legacy. We have more Tales to Tell stories. Yeah, we do have more Tales of the Jedi too, and that's one thing that will continue in this medium. I will say my only gripe with Tales of the Jedi so far is that I want more, and I should. It's good. Let me see what else is in the chat. NFA Kool-Aid says, theory, last episode ends with the clone rebellion on Mount Tantus, Palpatine knowing what he has to do, orders the newly built Death Star to fire on the planet, killing all the clones. It's a little bit early for the Death Star. That's the only issue I have with that. But I would love it. And even then, who needs a Death Star when you have a Darth Vader? Good. Bounty Hunters, the game? Tales of the Bounty Hunters? That would be dope. That would be actually really cool. I would love that. Tales of the Sith, Jedi, the Mandos, the Bounty Hunters. We still have tales to tell, more stories. Indeed, setting up the father, son, and daughter. Oh yes, Nathaniel. The Mortis gods are awesome. That is my favorite Clone Wars story arc. And to see it's kind of being continued in Ahsoka, and like with Anakin's Force Ghost potentially maybe even taking the place of the father at this point. Could consider me intrigued. I'm here for it. Suru says, besides the Filoni Favreau connection, who else can you envision as a creator writer? That's interesting, because I feel like Star Wars has always kind of brought in different directives or directors and different people in that sense. But as a creative and director, like creator or writer, I don't know. That's tougher, right? Like, especially with Star Wars, you really got to know the universe and be able to work within the guidelines, which I feel like Dave Filoni in particular does beautifully, because he was taught, he's the apprentice of the master. Jon Favreau does it pretty well too, and I think that there's other creators or creatives that can work well within it. It just, they definitely got to kind of collaborate. You know what I mean? It's a collaborative process. Yeah, Bad Batch was kind of his last creative input, right? I think in a sense, like, definitely the fact that he brought them, he envisioned them in Clone Wars and kind of had some of the storylines already, you know, almost finished with Dave at the time. And like I said, it really is kind of a culmination to his era of Star Wars. I'm still waiting for Ahsoka Season 2. Me too, Michael. I can't wait. Suru says, alright, I read that one. Nathaniel says, still hoping for Tales of the Sith with Plagueis Darth Maul, deleted Clone Wars comic episodes where Maul was arrested and torched by Palpy and Dooku and Grievous. Yes, please. Oh, yes. Your boy Sheiv is a Sith connoisseur. I would love some Tales of the Sith, and give us some Palpy tales too, you know what I mean? I would love to see some OG Palpatine in his days, like killing his whole family off or something. It would be cool. NFA Kool-Aid says, I just feel like there could be a cool scene in Rogue One where Omega and Hunter hold each other as the screen turns white from the blast of the Death Star. Not in this show, though. Come on now. Don't do that to me. I mean, I definitely feel like all the clones are going to die by the end of this, or the majority of them. So I hope not. That would be brutal, man. And it wouldn't necessarily make sense timeline wise, like I said, but it would be a cool scene. We already got it with Diego Luna, so relax. and Felicity Jones too. Nathaniel Williams says the 2D micro series was so cool, so much cool with the animation style. Merging episode 2 and 3 was interesting. It definitely did back in the day. I agree. It was something that I remember looking fondly on and watching a ton whenever I could. Like whenever it was on TV, it was like, oh, the micro series, you know. And that's why I was so excited when Clone Wars came out as a movie, and then the TV show every Friday night. You know, I was the kid that was sitting there watching it every week. Yeah, man, I'm definitely excited for this episode, though. We might take a break in 5 minutes just because my arm is tripping out, and we got another 40 until the stream starts, and I might need some water. Y'all got any predictions for this episode other than what we saw? And what was your favorite part of the first 3 episodes? I gotta say, definitely Omega being Force sensitive was a Bit of a twist for me, and definitely works. I love the way that they kind of tensed it as the the little meter was like going almost like a clock throughout the episode, and it was like so tense and like, oh, are they gonna find out Omega's force sensitive before she gets out of there? And it kind of worked out perfectly with them finding out just as she was leaving. It's like, we can't kill her. Hey, X-Wing, you already know my dude. Good to see you in the chat. God, that Batcher was dope in those first two of the first couple of episodes. And I gotta say, so the third thing that I talked about in the beginning of the stream that I absolutely loved from the first three, it was Batcher, it was the Omega and Crosshair moments, and then it was Daniel Logan. If you guys are new to the channel, we started the channel way back in season 1 of the Bad Batch, and I had a little thing going on at the time where it was like hashtag put Daniel Logan in the Bad Batch. Just do it. We wanted to see Omega and Boba meet finally. They still haven't. But in episode 2, while a lot of people felt like it was a little bit more fillery, it definitely wasn't, and continued a lot of storylines throughout the show already, and even another storyline with some clone cadets that we possibly saw back in season 1 as well. And of course, who voiced those clone cadets, which you guys had told me last week, but I was kind of in pain and not really too focused. The voice actor for those young clone cadets was, of course, Daniel Logan himself, young Boba Fett from Attack of the Clones, the guy that also voiced Boba Fett back during his time in the Clone Wars. So Daniel Logan is back, and he's for sure in the show already because he voiced Mox in this last episode, and I think the other clone cadets as well. If he's already in the show, man, like, come on, dude, just hire Boba Fett to go capture Omega, please. We need it to happen. He's already in the show, man. I love Daniel Logan, man. It's so cool to see him back in Star Wars. It's such a win. It feels like such a W. from season 1 being like, hashtag put him in. Put Daniel Logan in the Bad Batch. Oh, they did it, my man. Let's go. It's a W. It's a W. We need a what if Star Wars. I'm not opposed. Personally, I'm not opposed. I think that you could do a lot of fun what if stuff in Star Wars. It just, obviously, there's not really a Star Wars multiverse. And that would be kind of the only reason I'd say maybe don't. But also, like, we've already done Visions. You could do it as like a Visions season. And just, say it's a what if. Star Wars Visions what if. And I'm sold. How many total episodes are there, and are they doing a bunch of release or for the finale, or just one episode? So there's supposed to be 15 episodes this season, which I already say is a little sketchy. There were 16 episodes in season 1 and season 2, and we know that there's going to be a couple episodes that this season are going to be doubled up. Like the mid-season finale for episodes 7 and 8 are dropping the same night, and I think there's one other night, I don't remember which episodes, where they're going to be doing a double up of episodes also. Not to mention, the last episode, episode 15, is supposed to drop on May 1st. 3 episodes 3 days before May the 4th, Star Wars Day. So the fact that there's going to be a finale, there's one episode short of what we normally get, and it's three days before Star Wars Day. I don't know, man. I feel like there could be a surprise 16th episode, or that maybe the 15th episode is going to be like an hour long, kind of like how the show started with like an hour 15-minute episode, right? Save Crosshair, says Mike Hale. Do it. Nathaniel also says Cad Bane as well. I don't think is Ventress a bounty hunter. What is she, or we don't know. She is kind of a bounty hunter at this time, which, like, if they sent Ventress to go kidnap Omega, whew, they could send all of them, though, right? Just whoever's got the highest bid, just everybody go after her. And just it would be dope to see Ventress, Cad Bane, Boba Fett, Fennec Shan, just all of those characters trying to kidnap Omega once again, like they did back in season 1, right? It would be cool though, and having Boba at this point, that would be dope. That would be dope. Do it, come on, we want to see Daniel Logan. Saber Smith says, TK Trooper, hey, this clone thinks he outranks me. Crosshair, I do. He does. That scene was great, Saber Smith. I hope to see more of those kind of scenes as the season progresses. And like I said, one of my favorite things in these first 3 episodes really was that kind of connection between Omega and Crosshair, as Crosshair finally calls her by her name, and the two really bond as they escape together. Just barely. I really am excited to see how the rest of the season unfolds for the two of them, and if we'll even maybe see too much of them tonight. I'm definitely hoping for it. I'm thinking Tech is alive, says Michael. I don't think he's going to be alive in the way we want him to be, though. I'm a little worried about it, man. I'm a little worried about it. So, again, and with that, the Kiner brothers tweet that I was showing earlier with Omega getting the you know, draw four. Yeah, I'm really scared that she's going to be getting a lot of the members of the Bad Batch, like, just taken from her left and right, and that's probably what the draw 4 is. And if we lose Echo tonight, I'm gonna be so sad. I gotta go grab my tissues. I'll be right back, y'all. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in the next couple of minutes. I'm just grabbing some water, giving my arm a rest. We shall be right back. we back. Alright, y'all. Let's get back into the discussion and let's get ready for episode 4 of Star Wars The Bad Batch. That was my ice pack. Chill. What's up, y'all? Welcome back into the lair. I apologize for the quick break. Your boy needed some water and I grabbed my tissues. It's going to be a sad one, I think. This whole season is going to be a sad one. Alright, y'all. Let me know the final predictions for tonight's episode down in the chat below. Let me know how y'all are feeling. The Bad Batch was his last creative input, indeed. Going back into the chat. Sabersmith says, we might even get some arcs this season. These 3 episodes sort of felt like it. Maybe. Definitely episode 1 and 3 felt like they were kind of hand in hand, I guess you could say, or they definitely played right off of each other, almost like a continuation, almost a mini arc to themselves. And yeah, the middle episode definitely could be an arc unto it as well. Knowing that episodes 7 and 8 are going to drop together, there could be a little arc going on there, or the ending of a mid-season arc. I'm with you, though. I'm with you. And yes, I definitely think that Tech could be alive as well. I think that might definitely be the case. NFA Kool-Aid says Palpatine doesn't want to kill Padme himself, so he gets Dooku to do it for him. But he doesn't want to do it, so he hires a bounty hunter, who hires another bounty hunter, who gets a droid to send bugs. I always thought that's so funny. And then, of course, his apprentice does it in his sleep. No, I'm just kidding. NFA Kool-Aid says Palpatine gets Dooku, who gets Jango Fett. Yeah, no, exactly. You're not wrong. It was all bugs. Bugs started it all, and Anakin felt it. I'm dead. You got me on a whole tangent there. I'm so dead. All right, y'all. Let's get ready for this episode. So, in terms of the rest of the season, I think tonight might be a mission where Hunter and Wrecker might have to join up with with the likes of our boy Echo and Rex, because it sounded like Echo and Rex were ready to join up with them this past episode, and then they went in, guns a-blazing, except it was the wrong place. It was wherever Hemlock had his original lab. And so I wouldn't be surprised if now Wrecker and Hunter team up with Echo and Rex, and the 4 of them go maybe to try and even find out where Crosshair and Omega could have landed, or they could try to find the base that they're at based on the other intel that they got. You know what I mean? And that would be pretty wild to see. Do the people on Pabu know that Tech is toast? So I guess that's the perfect other segue, is that I think that episode with the snow that I'm expecting to be tonight's episode is one where they're working with Fee Genoa. Fee is one of the characters that does come from Pabu. She actually was the one that introduced our characters to Pabu, right? So I don't know if they would yet. It would be pretty sad if she doesn't. I mean, granted, it looked like there was like a little bit of a time skip in episode 1 when Omega's like, check marking the days. It looked like there was a bit of a time skip. Like there could have even been like a full 6 months to a year kind of a thing. You know what I mean? And in that time, I definitely think that Pabu could potentially know about what happened, but I don't know. We could get kind of a first reaction to what happened to Tech from Fee, and Fee and Tech were definitely ready to get it home. So it's sad. They had some true love. Hello there, Mando Mike. Welcome into the chat. NFA Kool-Aid says Crosshair finds out Tech is dead. Damn. I would imagine Omega maybe even said something. You know what I mean? Omega was there when Tech died, right? I want that reunion. Hunter, Crosshair. Oh, me too. That's going to be a great reunion when that finally happens. They have some things to work out. Indeed, they do. And maybe Omega's the best one to lead the team now. She's really stepped up her game. She's an OG. You know what I mean? I don't know though. Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think the odds are of? I guess on a scale of 1 to 10 of Crosshair and Omega making their, I guess, reunion with the Batch tonight. I think it's low. I think it's like a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. That's my best guess though. We've got about 20 minutes until the episode. Let's go. Arm, you better relax until then. 4 says NFA Kool-Aid. Okay, so another 4. A 6 from Lobo. All right. A 6 maybe that they reunite this episode. I definitely think we're all looking forward to that reunion between Hunter and Crosshair, though, especially from the first season. And I love that Omega, ever since then, like I talked about earlier in the stream, has been giving Crosshair chances. Like, you're still my brother, Crosshair, and, you know, the whole time. A 10 from Michael? Whoo! So maybe the reunion is happening tonight. Maybe it happens at the end, though. Who knows? Who knows? I'm here for it, though. If it does happen early or, you know, at some point early in the episode, I don't know how Hunter and Omega would necessarily know where to find them, but maybe they make it easy. You know, just plot armor. A 6 from the Sabersmith as well. Dina, welcome into the chat. I hope you're doing well. Much love, Dina. My girl. I love you. All right, what else we got in the chat? Okay, what else we got for tonight's episode? Hey, the homie, my dude. He says, my best guess is the Kiner Bros are going to bring it once again. Indeed. They're going to make my eyes tear from the amazingness in my ears. Indeed. Now, yeah, the Kiner brothers have been fire since since Clone Wars, really. They've been doing great for years. But the Kiners are doing amazing stuff. And shout out to Dina and all of them. Dina Kiner and all of them. They're awesome. I'm so ready for this episode. We probably should have just started at 11 because the excitement is getting way too wild now. And I don't even know what else to talk about. The music never disappoints. You already know. The Kiners are just slapping bangers together. Every single episode. I love that they tease out all the fun stuff too. NFA Kool-Aid, thank you for the subscription. And welcome to Vader's Lair. Welcome to the dark side. NFA Kool-Aid says, Twist the Bad Batch dies tonight. And the rest of the show is just a clone rebellion. Well, maybe the heart of the Bad Batch. No, I'm just playing. Like I said, I think if anybody's dying tonight, my best guess is that it's Echo. Echo really was in like 1, maybe 2 clips in the entire trailer. And there's like barely been any Echo this season. Or the first 2 seasons, I guess you could say. There's barely been any Echo in the Bad Batch. Like, since Echo became a part of the Bad Batch in Season 7 of Clone Wars, he's definitely took a little bit of a back seat at times. Even as far as last season, kind of leaving the Batch to go join up with Rex. I got a bad feeling. And even last week, in episode 2, Wrecker was saying that the last time that they went like full guns blazing to an Imperial base, things didn't end so well. Your boy Tech died. So if they do that again this episode, I'm really scared that things might not go well again, even if that's just past trauma. You know, it might just be past trauma, but sometimes past trauma indicates future trauma. I'm here, Vader. Hey, Michael. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Maybe this is the Wolf episode. Ooh, whew. I hope so. If they save Wolf this early on, that means that Wolf could be in the whole season, and that would be dope. I would love if there is like a clip or 2 in the trailer of Crosshair being with Hunter and like being with the Batch. So I would love if that is kind of this episode and we get to see some of Crosshair back with the team. But I don't necessarily think we'll be so lucky. I don't think so. I think that'll be maybe even closer to the mid-season. But after that, who knows with this season? I know we got Project Necromancer already full guns a-blazing. You know, Palpatine was showing up to Wayland Mount Tantus last week. There's a lot of fun stuff going on in the Bad Batch in these first 3 episodes, and a lot to come this season, and probably a lot of depression. Grab your tissues. I'm not ready. One of my favorite lines is there an echo in here? Yes. I love that line always, homie one. I was never a big fan of the Martez sisters, but they definitely grew on me in the Bad Batch and going back and watching season 7 of the Clone Wars again. And I love that line too. I just think it's so funny. It's so fun. Is there an echo in here? Yes. There is. Ahsoka season 2, let's go, Michael. NFA Kool-Aid says, I want a scene in the final episode of season 1 where the Bad Batch are all together fighting Vader with the Bad Batch theme music playing, and Hunter cuts his helmet and they realize it's Anakin. Well, they better have Rex there, I'll tell you that, because Rex finding out that Anakin is Darth Vader would be mind craziness. It would be devastating. Derpy Entertainment, welcome to the chat, man. Man got his tissues ready for the episode. You already know. You already know. We got the whole box ready. I'm probably gonna run out because Bad Batch has been hella crazy. Think we'll ever get the Martez sisters in live action? Probably not. I think that was more of a animation thing. I don't know if we'll ever get to see them in live action. What else do we have here in the chat? Thank you, by the way, to tonight's subscribers. I appreciate you guys. Speaking of which, Commander Cody did subscribe earlier tonight, and that brings up another question. We haven't seen Commander Cody since, episode 3 or 4 of last season, right? Like, there was like one episode. It's so weird last season having Commander Cody in the season. Like, it was amazing, don't get me wrong. It was one of the best Cody season episodes, or like, appearances of Cody ever. But at the same time, it was like, Cody's back. And then it was like, Cody sees the freaking Empire for what they are, and Cody says, screw you, Empire, I'm going home. And then he just dips, and Crosshair's like, where's Cody? And Rampart's like, he's gone. He left. He abandoned his post. And that was it. We never got another word from Cody. Like, we haven't heard from him since. Where is Commander Cody? Is he safe? Is he all right? That is the question. Will Rex subscribe though? That is a good question, Derpy. I don't know. I hope so. Rex is my boy, so hopefully he does. And yes. Once again, shout out my boy Daniel Logan. Shout out the Bad Batch and all the Brad Rao, Jennifer Corbett, everybody that works on the Bad Batch. Thank you. Thank you for making this man's dream a reality. Thank you for putting Daniel Logan in the Bad Batch. It makes me so happy. And he better be. I was looking at his tweets because your boy Sheiv still has all the Daniel Logan notifications that every time he tweets or quote tweets or retweets something, I get alerts for it ever since season 1. And he's really been enjoying the whole hashtag put Daniel Logan in the Bad Batch, going back and looking at my tweets from like 2021 and like even before, and he's just like, dang, I didn't know this hashtag lasted this long. And I was like, you already know, like when I saw him at Celebration in Anaheim, I was like, dude, I'm the guy that's been tweeting that. I was like, and I really hope that they put you in it. And he was like, bro, I know exactly who you are, like based on the tweets. And he was like, yes, bro. And he was just real excited, and it makes me so happy to my core that they actually brought him back, even if it is just as Mox and these young cadet clones. Like, thank you for putting Daniel Logan back in the Bad Batch, and hopefully we see more. I want more, and I should bring Boba, Daniel Boba Logan, do it. Cody saves the whole batch and dies. Attention! All right, Cody. I see you, my guy. I hope that would actually be kind of cool for him. a real redemption after trying to shoot Obi-Wan. Now just not not just the women, but the children. And oh no. Give this man an Oscar for Red Card. No, there's gonna be some real tears tonight if Echo dies. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you guys that. Like, I didn't get these tissues for nothing. It's in a Omega batch of tissues, for real. What if Tech was working with the Empire this whole time? Well, that would be weird, because he was working with the Separatists, sort of, at the end of the Bad Batch, and he's always had a thing against... I mean, Tarkin was the one that kind of helped blow him up back in the Clone Wars, or it was sort of because of Tarkin that he blew up, so... Yeah, Daniel Logan, simpler indeed. That's me. I'll take it. I love him. Him and Sam Witwer. Love the dudes. Love them. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know if Tech would Tech was working with the Empire this whole time. I was thinking of Echo again. Could Tech be working for the Empire this whole time? Nah, my boy right there. Never. Tech is the G. He could be for now, or like now, because the Empire probably collected his body and Hemlock was like, test subject. Yes, Sam Witwer indeed. Good. I wouldn't be opposed to a Starkiller clone on Mount Tantus. That would be really freaking cool. I'd be down for that. All right, y'all. We got 10 minutes. Now is your official warning. If you've never been to Vader's Lair, make sure to pull up your Disney Plus and get the episode ready to go so that you can watch along with us when it drops in 9 minutes now. 9 minutes. Good. The first 3 episodes, by the way, were all over 27 minutes, according to Disney Plus. So that is a good sign that this episode hopefully will be about the same for anybody that's curious about the official length of this episode. We won't know until it drops, but that is my best guess, is over 25, probably just under 30, somewhere in that time frame. Vote now for Vader's Lair. Do it. I don't know what we're voting for, but do it. In fact, let's throw maybe a little poll into the chat. Will someone die tonight? Let me know in the chat and let me know in the poll. Will anyone die tonight? Someone die in this episode. I think it's maybe a little bit too early in the season, but again, I think if anyone does, it might be Echo. So yes or no, will someone die in this episode? We're going to put it into the chat. Vote now to win an Oscar for crying. Star Wars always be making me cry. For real though. Evil dies tonight? Good. NFA Kool-Aid says Ventress is a clone by the Empire. After she dies in the river, they recover her body, test her, and clone her, showing how she's not dead anymore. And she's hunting the batch. I don't know about that one. I like where your head's at, though. I like the whole, resurrecting her from the river. I just think it might have more to do with magic. That stuff that the Night Sisters mess around with. It's very powerful and potent. It's a rare kind of force ability that the Jedi will not teach you. Not from a Jedi. Alright, y'all, we got 7 minutes until the episode drops. The hype is getting unreal. I cannot wait for this episode to drop, especially after those first 3 from last week. I think it's definitely going to be a full banger ahead, full swing ahead. I don't know if there's going to be too many fillery or adventure-y episodes this season. If there is any, maybe tonight could be one. But even then, I don't necessarily believe in filler in Star Wars. It's not something I believe in. I think there's a purpose for almost every episode. Whether there's space whales just roaming around trying to eat some gas, it'll be important later on. Trust me. More Badger, please. Oh yeah, dude, I'm with you, Omi-Wan. If we do get some more Omega and Crosshair in this episode, we gotta get some more Badger, man. That dude absolutely stole the show in the episode 1 and 3. He's a G. I love him. No fella in Star Wars. Cad Bane banger tonight. Oh, I would love a Cad Bane banger. I think if we get some, clones or some people trying to hunt after the clones or hunt after Omega, it might not be this episode. It might not be right away. Who knows? It could happen as soon as the end of the episode. So maybe we do get some Cad Bane bangers, but probably not tonight. NFA Kool-Aid says Omi-Wan Kenobi appearance with Cody. That would be cool. I highly doubt it. I think Obi-Wan is busy on Tatooine at this point. But it would definitely be a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. It's almost 3 a.m., but I need my gummy bears. Do it. Eat those gummy bears. Alright, we got 5 minutes. I'm going to make sure my Disney Plus is ready to go. Refresh if I need to. Faster? Oh no, that's season 2. I'm like episode 4. Oh wait, season 2. My Disney Plus. I'm dead. All right, y'all. Let's talk about what else we could see tonight. I love the Wolf, bringing up Wolf earlier. If Wolf is in this episode, I will be surprised. It'll be a surprise to be sure, but it could make a lot of sense. If Hunter and Wrecker are teaming up with Echo and Rex, it definitely could make a lot of sense to get Wolf in this episode. Any chance that Fulcrum gets mentioned in Vader's lair? Whew, that's an interesting question, Jedi Mike. Wolf hype. You already know we hyped. Especially if Wolf is in tonight's episode. Definitely some hype. But could we get a mention of Fulcrum? Probably not. It might not be the right time for it. I know Ahsoka's been kind of busy at this time period, so... Wolf hasn't removed his markings. Yeah, Wolf hasn't removed his chip entirely either. It still kind of malfunctions unless that's just in his head, So it'll be interesting. And I do think that is interesting too, that Wolf didn't kind of remove his markings. When we saw Cody, all the orange paint was removed from his helmet and he was kind of integrating more into the Empire. I definitely think that could be something that we see with Wolf not having his helmet kind of fully imperialed out, still having those Wolf markings. I think that is interesting. And hashtag we want Wolf. You already know, Mike Hale. Let's go. All right, chill. You're getting me too hyped. 3 minutes, y'all. Gummy bears or gummy worms, chat? Which is better? I'm a gummy worms fan. I gotta be honest. Ahsoka season 2 hype. Let's go. I'm so excited for tonight's episode. Alright, y'all, it's almost here. Any moment now. If you have any last predictions or thoughts for tonight's episode, throw them into the chat. You must. Alright, what else can we see in tonight's episode? I think Wolf went into hiding, says Sabersmith. Rex and the Batch have to find him on this snowy planet. Maybe they do. The thing too, if they are looking for Omega and Crosshair and maybe aren't on the right planet or whatever the case might be, there could be some other prisoners or other clone prisoners, whether it's Wolf or probably not Wolf. I feel like Wolf is still part of the Empire at this point, but there was another clone. Now I'm forgetting his name. Back in season 1 in the Ryloth arc, I don't know why I can't remember his name now. I think it starts with an H. Oh, there's been a couple really cool clones this in the first 2 seasons that they've shown and have either died or disappeared mysteriously. And it's like I would love to see some of them back in this episode or see Wolf in this episode for sure. 2 minutes. Hashtag Team Sheiv. Yeah, Hauser, please. Thank you. Thank you so much, chat. I saw you trying there. Hauser would be a great addition to this episode, indeed. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Your boy is definitely not in the best headspace, but I'm enjoying it. I'm hella hyped, and I'm ready for this episode in T-1 minute. Yeah, milk Star Wars till it's dry, indeed, and I'm here for it. I feel like there's so much story to tell with Star Wars. It can just keep going forever and ever. But no, I genuinely think they're telling the stories that they're setting out to, and that makes sense with the setup that they've had in different projects and different things. I'm excited to see what the future of Star Wars is in the animated spectrum and just in general after this show. We have a lot of cool live action stuff coming up. There's not a lot of animated projects in the work outside of Tales of the Jedi. So it's interesting to see what is going on, and it is midnight. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Refresh your Disney Plus. Episode 4 should be up, and it is a different approach. 28 minutes. I'm going to make sure to pull it up. Omega's on the little screen thingy. So let's turn down this music. Let's get our timer ready, and let's get this episode going. Let us begin this next episode of Star Wars The Bad Batch. Episode 4, Season 3, in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do it! Oh, transition! Let's go! I'm hyped, y'all. Let's get this thing going. Lucasfilm Limited. Do it. Let's go. Tales Season 2 is definitely going to be lit. I don't know if it's coming November. I had a theory that it could be coming May 4th, but that might be too soon, especially with Acolyte coming in just a few months. A different approach. Let's go. I'm hyped, y'all. Oh, man, I'm scared. Oh my god, is that Crosshair and Omega? Right off the bat? Oh my god, this is great. their dynamic is great already. My boy Batcher! The Bad Batcher! Uh-oh. Wonder where they're gonna land. Oh, so they... Ooh, okay. Where is this? Let's go! Oh, damn. Omega look crazy. Sheesh. That's a spiky planet. There's a bunch of spiky rocks. I like the art. That's actually really cool. I wonder where they are. Omega's hair looks great. She's stunning. Batcher's like, fam, we gotta get out of here. Well, now they're screwed. Yeah, we gotta go. Go back? Why would you go back? I'm so sorry, Omega. That was the most wild thing you've ever said. Oh my god. Yeah, Crosshair Teller. Oh. You wildin', Omega. I'm sorry. I love you. I know you care about everybody, but there's no way you going back to Tantus. Get the hell out of here. Nalase never wanted you to come back. Speaking of. Hello, Nalase. Oh my. I feel like Hemlock right now with that hand. It wasn't me. She doesn't seem that surprised. She's like, what you mean? Until now. M count transfer. Interesting. She's like, shots fired. Interesting. Yeah, this Hemlock music is going crazy. I got a bad feeling for Nalase. Ooh, I'm liking this music in this episode, though. What the mask? Stormtroopers that be wearing cloaks? TK troopers, my bad. TK. Batcher, you goat. Destroy the Empire, Batcher. No, they're already there. Sheesh. Yeah. He's got a point. These two do make a good team. She's like, but Batcha helped us. Come on. Oh, that's great. Ooh. Omega's doing a little style change. Look at Crosshair. I'm dead. They look less inconspicuous, I guess. More like everybody else on the planet. Crosshair looks funny, though. Alright, sounds like a plan. I need a Batcher and Omega action figure pronto. Facts. Send them now. Send them now. Facts. We gotta get him, Obi-Wan. I'm cool with a Batcher Funko Pop. You know what I mean? You gotta add him to the list. This guy's been one of the best characters of season 3. Or but that's all the fun, Omega. Come on. Oh, okay. Their dynamic is so fantastic. I love this. Oh, we don't have those. Oh, no chains code, no passage. Come on. Scoot along. What you trying out here? Oh. No. No. Crosshair's like, oh my god. Oh, okay. Omega. That's a lot. Oh, damn. 30,000 credits? That's a lot. Sheesh. Is that a Saj? Where? I hope not. That sounds like a U-Pro. Sheesh. Definitely didn't go well. Stop complaining then. Oh look, easy credits. Ah. Heck yeah, Omega's great at gaming. She's like always pulling a fast one on people. She said, I've done it before. Omega, you're gonna get in a whole bunch of trouble. She's got the Force on her side. Don't worry about it. She's just going, Qui-Gon Jinn it. Oh, man. That didn't feel great. The infliction in his voice, for real. Omega's always dominating in the games. She's got that strategy. She's like, I'm gonna just hustle you some more, fam. Uh-oh. Not the Empire. You didn't see anything. Omega be like, on second thought, I'll just take my credits. Go on, take the money and run. Oh. Jeez. Sorry, y'all. Uh-oh. He's going to take all their credits. Nah. Get out of here. Oh, she's going to go up against him? Oh, shoot. Take some Imperial credits? Do it. The bones are still there. Even if they're popped. Uh-oh. They're gonna find their ship too. Oh, no, my episode. What happened? I accidentally exited out. I don't even know what I did. We might actually be, closer to what the timer says now. I'm at about 11:45. What? She ain't do nothing. It's like my dog tonight. Chain codes? No. No. I don't think I did. Omega. Ooh! She got that 3 of a kind. Woo! She just wiped the floor with him. 20,000. Uh-oh. Take the money and run. Get out of here, dude. That was so weird. this? Hang on a minute. What you mean? Yes, we are. Get out of there. Fine. But you just gambled. Bruh. You just broke the law. God, this is just like Andor. That's half of what we just took. What about his? I say, are they going to take a fine from both of them, even though Crosshair didn't even gamble? The Emperor is coming home. Definitely enough, right? Ooh, perfect. Perfect. Screw the Empire's fine. They could find these hands at the back of the bus. Back of the shuttle? No way. Better not. 10,000 credits. How about 5? Crosshair. 5 can work. But you need to get these hands in the back of your head too. Sheesh. Way to give us so much information. He's like, leave the dog. We only got 30 credits. Yeah, we gotta go. She's like, no. Facts. You gotta go back for Badger. I'm with her on that one. He's like, damn it. Now I gotta go help her. Oh, he said peace. Nah, he's gonna go help her. He's like, damn it. Look at him. He's like, God damn it. Not for the hound. I love it. I gotta say, I like these TK troopers in the like, I don't even know, the hang coats. It's kind of cool. Sheesh, they really kidnapped my boy. They kidnapped my boy Badger. Or is that a Rancor? That box seemed a little big. Good. Noted. She's like, we're getting my hound back. That's my puppy. Moochie for the win, let's go, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, one of those had to be a Rancor, right? Oh, they found him. Batch. Get my boy. Just get Batcher. Come on, Omega. You gotta stop trying to save everyone. You can't save everybody all the time. Unfortunately, it don't work. Uh-oh. Sheesh. Nope. Nope. Sheesh. I don't think I will. Crosshair, go to work. Don't. That was... Finally, let's go. Yes. Oh, jeez. Good. Way to get a ship. Oh my god, what is it? Moochie for the win? Zillow? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What is that? Is that one of those... Sheesh. That was crazy. Yeah. Batcher. Yes. What was that in the crate? I think it was the... I kind of think it was what was in the sequels when Han was like old and on the... What are those things called? I can't... God, there. It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. Maybe what Don said. I can't even... What are those things called? It also looked like a boar gully. I want her found. The Sither Vining thing? Oh, maybe... I don't think it was that, but... I don't know why I can't remember what the thing in the sequels is. They'll be there. Of course they will. Maybe we will get that reunion after all. Wind whistling. Yo, I love the view. That's gorgeous. Is that the Marauder? Indeed. Let's go. Let's freaking go, y'all. Welcome back, Omega. Y'all got a whole cargo ship now. She's back, though. Her and Crosshair are beast. And they brought a batch. A bad batcher. Thank you. Thank you, Lobo. The Rathtars. I can't believe I couldn't. That was definitely a Rathtar, right? Yes. Yes. Oh, that's awesome, man. The reunion. Yo, the tears look so good. 4 times, damn. 5. Let's go. That's dope, man. Oh. Oh, the moment a Crosshair comes out is gonna be lit too. She missed y'all too. She's gonna want to go back to Tantus again. She's crazy. I had some help. The goat has returned. Yo, I've come to love Crosshair so much more since season 1. I think like really season 2 really fleshed out his character in the few episodes he was in. Do I have a Vader costume? Sort of. Not a full. I need to get an updated one or like make one. Welcome back, Crosshair. Don't give him that dirty look, y'all. This is gonna be hella interesting. They just ended it like that. Y'all are evil for doing that. Come on. Yo, y'all are evil for ending it like that, man. What a great episode. Let me know what y'all thought of episode 4 of season 3 of The Bad Batch down in the comments below. No worries, politics. Thanks for hopping in here at the end. We just wrapped up the episode and it was an absolute banger. I definitely have loved going on these adventures with Crosshair and Omega. 3 of the past 4 episodes so far to start the season. It has been an absolute blast. I definitely think those were Rathtars that we saw potentially. I'm not 100% sure. I might be wrong. But that those tentacles, I'm telling you, those look like Rathtars to me. Super fun. Definitely a super fun episode. Omi-Wan Nahomi says, now that was a stare down. Yeah, that was almost a little meaner look than they maybe should have gave him. And I will say maybe some of that has to do with the fact that them going to get Crosshair is actually what got Tech killed. But I don't know. I wonder if Omega and Crosshair have even really talked about that. Probably not too much. I mean, maybe a little bit. I think at the end of last season, she maybe said something about Tech. And he definitely probably knows at this point. But it's like, that stare down seemed hella unnecessary. Hella unnecessary. It's all good. We'll catch up in the comments later. No worries, my dude. No worries. Thank y'all for hanging out here. Crosshair is like Shadow the Hedgehog. I feel that. he kind of is. I think they were called Rathtars. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking those were. Omi-Wan Nahomi. I think that's what it was. We seem to keep moving forward in the story, so this is good. Yes, indeed. I'm definitely enjoying the heck out of these first 4 episodes. I think it's definitely, from here on out, going to be an interesting and fun time. The Bad Batch is back together. The only person that's missing is Echo, and we've already had kind of a comment about him and Rex. They're out there doing stuff. We know that Hunter and Wrecker were never really stopping the search for Omega, so now that they kind of can, it'll be interesting where their story is starting to lead them now and where this conversation is going to pick up next week, because it's going to be a hell of a conversation. I can't wait, man. Thank you guys for being here. We probably won't go too much longer, unfortunately, just because I am still dealing with this arm. It is no fun. But I appreciate y'all for being here. This episode was an absolute blast, as all the Bad Batch episodes have been so far. And yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season. I'm happy that we got kind of a reunion between Omega and Crosshair and the Bad Batch, but I'm still waiting to see what that Crosshair conversation ends up turning out to be like, because dang, it felt tense. It felt tense. Like I said, such an unnecessary stare, it felt like. And dude, that was so funny. The Kiner brothers, before the episode, released that like drop 4 of Omega. Like she doesn't know what's about to come for her. She's like dominating at the game, and then all of a sudden it's like the Empire shows up. Draw 4. They're gonna take your credits. Draw 4. Oh, now they're stealing your dog. Draw 4. Now they're gonna impound your ship. Take all your credits again. It's like, damn. She got all these draw 4s and she still ended up winning. She got that Uno before they did. I appreciate y'all, though. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for dealing with my arm pain and hanging out with me and enjoying some Star Wars. I appreciate all y'all. Thank you for hanging out with us in Vader's Lair. Have a great rest of your night. Real quick, I'm going to read Omi-Wan Homie's comment. Speedy recovery, my brother. And this episode was fun. Digging the pace so far. Me too. It has been a blast of a pace. And I love how much Bad Batcher has been in the show. He's been the baddest Batcher in all of the lands. Alright, y'all. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your week, Sabersmith. I hope all you do. And may the Force be with you. Always. I'm going to get on out of here and go get some rest. You guys do the same. May the Force be with you. Peace.